Okay, I've had a request to do a video. Somebody wanted to see my RF2200 with my large styrofoam loop. And so I'm going to do it. But I thought, why stop with just one styrofoam loop? I've got a smaller styrofoam loop, and I've got a Turk AM Advantage. And why not Loopzilla? Now in this video, we're going to try to learn, does a bigger loop help with reception or not? But we can also learn some other things. Is there a mathematical relationship governing how large a loop is compared to the reception? And also, what is the difference between an edge wound loop, where all the turns are wound around the edge of a frame, and a spiral wound loop? Now, some of you have looked at my website. You might recognize this as the umbrella loop from 20 years ago. I converted it to a spiral wound loop because, frankly, the ribbon cable just wasn't going to make it. There's too much winding to winding parasitic capacitance. And this is still foldable. As you can see, I've got all this infrastructure here. It's a pain in the neck. And also, by going to the spiral winding, I had to put in these interwinding contraptions so that I wouldn't get tangled too badly when I folded it up. Okay, we got a baseline. For some reason, KCTA Corpus Christi is very weak. They're usually 50,000 watt monster, almost semi-local, but they're very weak. Now, this is a thunderstormy day, so you're going to hear an occasional lightning strike. The meter is bouncing around about 1. So this is a pretty good station to do the test with. It's mid-band and it's weak. And here we go, Turk AM Advantage. It's a little stronger. I had to turn the volume down some. Meter is now on 3. Small styrofoam loop did not help much, but the large styrofoam loop that you all wanted to see, well, I've got the meter up to about 5 now. Large loop, volume's even higher, the meter's on 10. But in terms of listenability, it's just not there. An amplifying noise, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to try a different baseline station. This is WBAP Fort Worth. The meter's about 2. Alright, Turk AM Advantage. Meter is now on 8. I had to turn the volume way down because the reception started snapping in. Alright, large styrofoam loop. Again, the small styrofoam didn't help, but the large styrofoam, I'm up to about a 10 on the meter, and I had to turn the volume way down again. Alright, so the large loop, now my meter is definitely pegged. I had to turn the volume way down again. So I'd say we've learned one thing, and that is that the larger the area of the loop, the larger its aperture size, the better the reception you're going to get. Now the other thing that we have learned is that for a spiral wound loop, it's most sensitive in perpendicular to the plane of the windings. You can see the windings spread out in the back of the radio there. And for the edge wound loop, you're most sensitive along the, I don't know, plane, what would you call it, plane of the windings? The more you see the wires for spiral or edge wound, the better the reception. Now, is there a mathematical relationship? I wish the small styrofoam loop hadn't crapped out, because my first attempt at this video, I had a beautiful sequence of events where each time I went to a different loop, I went up 2 on the meter. So the Turk AM Advantage started, and then the small styrofoam would give me about 2 more on the meter, the big styrofoam about 2 above that, and finally the huge loop, Loopzilla, gave me the strongest of all. So mathematical relationship. I would say the area of the small styrofoam is about twice that of the Turk AM Advantage. The area of the large styrofoam is probably 4 times that of the small styrofoam, and I go up a factor of 4 again in area on the large loop. So we are most sensitive with the largest loops, but we also seem to have an increase of 2 on the meter for every increase of 4 in the area of the loop. So I will leave it to somebody to do the math on that. We've got rain starting to fall, we've got thunder, and we've got lightning, so I'm going to wrap this up. Also got somebody making a very loud airplane. Hope you guys can hear me. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope you learned something. And for those of you who love this radio, I hope that this gives you a way to enhance your reception and love it even more.